As the country struggles with the impact of the economic policies of the Tinubu administration, the question being asked is how the Nigerian citizen will not be overwhelmed by the hardship that is accompanying implementation of the measures. Experts believe the new administration should resist being dictated to by the International Monetary Fund, World Bank and Western financial institutions. Kende Amadou reports.
Both President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima embarked on shuttle diplomacy to whip up support for government policies during the Salah holidays. It's early days yet, so many people are still willing to give them the benefit of doubt. They face a huge task, compounded by the fact that in the last 40 years, there's been a drastic reduction in the funding of public housing, public education, and public health institutions.
Who told them to do so? IMF. It has removed money from funding public education. Who told them from doing so? If you go to hospital, even public hospitals have been privatized and outsourced to individuals. So when you go to hospitals, you no longer get drugs free. You must pay for them if you are not in health NHIS. Even the NHIS, there are certain kinds of ailments that you have that it does not cover. So attack on your public resources is as a result of privatization and commercialization. And that is why I told you that whether it's Obasanjo, whether it's all of them read from the same textbook. The IMF is their God that they worship.
Nigeria has consistently not met up with budgetary recommendations by the UN in these crucial sectors. This, experts believe, is why the removal of subsidy and the unified foreign exchange policy is having a huge impact on the ordinary Nigerian.
Where we come from, that the state has responsibility to its citizens because the resources of the country belongs to all its citizens. But the same citizens who fought us when we were fighting privatization does not know that the implication of privatization is that they will pay more and that it will impose a lot of attack on their personal resources. They didn't know. So when we were fighting privatization, when we were fighting IMF, World Bank, and its instructions to our leaders, the people who today are now talking hardship were the ones who were telling us that we should allow the government to do it. So what has...
The remedy is to find a balance between demands from international finance institutions and the welfare of the people.
If you want a break, massive push into funding of public education. The public education has capacity to suck up majority of your citizens and give them education. And when they have proper education, they have a capacity to create wealth for themselves. That's basic. If you intervene in the health sector, if you fund public health, the resources that citizens spend on health can be diverted to improving their lives in another way. If you remove the harsh subsidies and cost of electricity right now, majority of the citizens can invest in cottage issues that can drive the local economy.
The delicate economic situation Nigeria finds itself in may mean tough decisions may have to be taken to bring things under a semblance of normalcy. The people, as usual, will bear the brunt of these decisions, and since a large percentage are already experiencing hardship, the new government must find a balance that would not alienate the people. Kende Amadou, Trust TV News, Abuja.